Today on the hoop, we're starting with a fast spin and ending with a slow flow. We're starting off really fast, but the routine kind of slows down in the end, so you get the best of both worlds.
Yes, and what I like about this routine is that we are working on our flare entry into the hoop. That is a little bit challenging, but we also give you an easier way to do it if you're not there with your flare as yet. But if you are working on your flare, it's a great routine for you to practice that entry onto the hoop.
And the spin really helps you a lot with that. Yeah. So even if you're not able to do like a flare with the hoop without spin, try it first with the spin and see if it's a little easier for you. Let's do a quick safety check. Let's start by checking our equipment, make sure everything is okay with your rigging and stuff. Make sure that you use a crash mat. Don't practice without one under any circumstances. And remember to warm up well and cool down well before and after you practice aerial. For this routine, we are going to turn our hips a little bit in our final pose. So we might want to work on some mobility drills for your hips and just get that area prepared for that movement. If you're looking for warm-up ideas, we'll leave them in a playlist for you right up here. So if you haven't done that yet, go do that first and then come back to try this routine. Make sure that you wear the right clothing for this routine. As always, if you're not used to that feeling of the hoop against your skin, we are hooking our legs on the top bar. So then you would want to wear leggings. If you're kind of used to it, then you'll be fine. So make sure that you have like some grip or something. That's really important if you're not used to holding on to the hoop for a long time, because the final few poses do take a bit of grip strength.
Yeah, especially if you are, like if your hoop is a little bit big and you cannot rest your lower body on the bottom bar, then you are basically holding your entire body weight in the air. And so your grip needs to be ready for that.
Yes. And then make sure that you have your spotting buddy. Make sure you have someone to train with so they can be your GPS in the air and your cheerleader. And if something happens, they're there to call someone or assist you.
Yeah, and you cannot see the music for this routine synced up to this video. Like Taylor said, we're starting fast and ending slow, which goes perfectly with the music. And so what we did is we left you a short right up here. This short is synced up to the music and you get to see what we intended for it to look like. But if you want to see it on the big screen, we always welcome you to come back to the channel on Friday when we release a YouTube video that shows both of us doing the same routine and how two people doing the same routine might look a little bit different, helping you to be more accepting of what it is that you're doing at home and embracing what it is that your body can do. We are also leaving you the song information, so a link to the song that we use along with the time in which we get started down in the description below, so you know exactly what version of the song we're using and when we're starting. So you're not looking for that if you're not like musically savvy like I am. So it's very easy for you to know exactly where to go.
All right, now that we've covered everything, let's get started.
So we are going to start standing in front of the hoop and you reach your hands up high to hold the top bar. You hold maybe a little bit wider than your shoulders apart. And then you're going to step one of your legs forward. So for Taylor, this will be her left leg. And she's going to use her right leg to swing backwards so that she can add spin. And she's going to pivot off of that left leg. So when she's had enough spin, she's going to lift both legs and take it to the back. So she's going, to arch her back like that. And here she's using her glutes to keep her legs backwards. Then she's going to do a flare. So leading with her left leg, followed by her right leg, and she's going to bring it up to hook on the inside part of the hoop. So her leg will come in here. And with the spin, it's going to be a lot easier than doing a pull-up. But if you can pull up, it will help you to be able to get your legs high enough to put it inside of the hoop. So now she's going to do that with spin so that you can see how it's done. Okay, so she's pivoting off and spinning. Then she's going to lift her legs. You see how her back is engaged, lifts her leg, flare, and inserts it in and comes to a cradle position. So if you cannot do this, you can simply start with a very basic start and just get into a cradle with your spin. You have one leg inside of the hoop, the leg that will be hooking for the cradle, And once you have enough spin, you're going to bring your body and insert the opposite hand from the leg that is in the hoop into the other side and bring your body in front of the hoop so you can come back into a cradle. Same position, just a little bit easier start if you cannot do that starting spin as yet. So once you are here, you're going to reach for the top bar with the hand that is on top and hold it with, so your palm is facing your body, and here you're going to release your upper body from the hoop and extend that leg while you bend the bottom leg here. So you hold this pose for a bit until you reach for that hand for the hoop and bring your body into the middle of the hoop, arch your back here, and squeeze your legs to switch legs. So you're going from your right leg to your left leg so that you end up with your left leg inside of the hoop. Okay, from here, you're going to bring your right leg, insert it into the hoop again, and come to a sit. You can sit here for a bit, relax, it's a resting pose. After you're done with this pose, you're going to think about bringing your right leg up. So think about bringing it to your chest and set it on the bottom bar. And here, make sure you're pointing that right foot. Hold a little closer to the span set, and you're going to release the left hand backwards. And you're going to reach for that leg that is at the bottom so that you can hold this pose here. Once you are in this pose here, you're going to release the bottom leg and bring your hand to hold the top bar and insert your left hand into the hoop all the way to the right ear. Once it's in the right ear, you can bring this hand behind the hoop. You can extend it and reach for the foot at the bottom and hold it with your bottom hand here. You hold this pose for a bit. Before you reach, you release your leg, reach your hands for the top bar, hold on both sides of the top bar and bring your body out to come back to a sit. Once you come back to this sit, then you're going to tuck your legs to your chest and pike over to come in, to hook your legs on the top bar. Your legs are hooked, you're going to adjust your hand to hold lower on the hoop. So you are holding at about 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock. And you're going to extend that left leg to crochet, to hook on the span set on top. And you're going to bring that right leg behind the hoop and push your hips up so that you can have this pose. Once you are here, you're going to think about reaching that right leg to the hoop in between the space of your hoop and the hand that your left hand. And then you're going to bring the other leg and hook at the ankle and push your hips up while you turn your legs out as much as you can. Then you just hook your legs back to the top. You tuck your legs in and slowly let your body come down.
That was so much fun.
If you enjoyed training with us with this routine and you want to continue with your hoop training, we're leaving a video up on screen for you that takes you around the world on the hoop. So give this one a try. It's a really fun routine. We're leaving the dance video on top so you can see what it looks like synced up to the music, and the tutorial video at the bottom so that you can give this one a try.
Until next time,
Bye!
Karina!